there you are. You made it. Oh my God. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy. Yes, thank you.
Me too.
I didn't know if you'd make it because of the boys.
Yeah, well, Gene and Tommy were both planning to come, and we're so sorry.
Well, Tasha's not here.
I know. I'm so sorry.
It just turned out
I know.
that way. It just turned out. This is Kara Orfanelli,
Pleasure to meet you. Mike Bowles.
Mike Bowles, and his son Tommy is with Taj, of course.
Yes.
But you have books. I think you have books.
Yes, two.
Two books, yes.
Sitting, Diane, you're sitting.
I'll sit. That'll be better for me to sit. Okay.
Keep doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll just. Is everybody with me?
Yeah, you could maybe get a little closer.
Closer. A little closer.
I feel like they're so far away.
A little closer. That's
Yeah,
all right.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And why don't you do one where you're just standing up right in the middle?
You want one standing up?
Yeah.
Do you want me to stand up?
And like just with,
Middle of the. Yeah. Right.
no, that way. Yep.
Right there.
Right. Little. Okay. And I can see it.
Miss Renee, I need you. Let's get one. Okay. Okay, let's get Miss Renee.
Family.
Nick, could you, Nick Patel,
Nick,
and
you-
Miss
and
Miss
Can
Canavan,
you guys hop in?
could you please?
School family.
And Adam?
Is everybody, you want the whole group?
Well,
Or
actually, let me
can you let
do
everybody
the
sit
school
together?
group, and then I'll have
Okay.
the family in. Okay, so we just did family.
Oh,
Let's do the
switch.
school. Let's do the school group.
School family.
School family. Put everybody in the middle over there, please. Okay, let's do this.
Yes. got it. Take one off.
Ron here too.
Ronnie, get over here, please, for the school. We've got Nick. We've got all the school? Okay.
Get him. Okay, now look at me. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else?
All right.
Okay, we're going to start.
Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody hears, we ever could. On, I'll keep holding on.
I apologize again that Taj is not here. Roman baseball is in the playoffs. So therefore, with Roman being in the playoffs, that's a priority, is the first priority. And we really didn't find out until late, and we couldn't have postponed anyway. He was bummed because he couldn't be here. A bunch of his friends were going to be here, but they're playing baseball in 100-degree weather. So what can I say, you know? But we're here. I have to calm myself because I thank you all for being on this journey with me. I did not believe that I could do this, but I did. And it started, Linda will be leading us with some questions and answers, but it started over 2 years ago. But what I'm going to do is have Nick give an introduction, talk a little bit about Roman, and give us a prayer. And then we'll go on with the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Good morning, right? Good morning, right? Hi, I'm Nick Pytel. I'm a graduate of Roman Catholic High School, class of 1997, many years ago. And I'm here with my coworker, Adam. Please come join me. Adam. Adam is our, please.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Roman. My name is Adam Gall, class of 2008 graduate. You'll notice that a lot of our guys come back to work here. Director of Development, Nick and I work together in the Office of Mission Advancement, advancing the mission of Roman Catholic High School, working with our alumni, friends, and community to just keep the school going strong and again advancing the mission. So thank you for being here today, and thank you, Diane, for everything, and we're happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
I had the pleasure of meeting Diane this past Friday, so I don't get to really interact with the students as much as I would like to. I'm a former graduate, like I mentioned, and I'm a former teacher at Roman Catholic, and Mr. Corrigan here was my teacher when I was a student here at Roman. Mr. Corrigan, I hate putting you in the spot, but how many years have you been here? Teaching?
29.
29 years, so thank you.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
But in all reality, I was hired here 3 years ago to raise money and funds for our new Vision of Promise. So what you're sitting in today is our Vision of Promise, which is our phase 1. This is the Howard Center for the Arts. This is a building dedicated to the arts, obviously. Phase 2 is going to be the current parking lot on Vine Street, which is going to be our new STEM center. Phase 3 will be the gymnasium on top of that. And phase 4 is going to be the reconversion of the existing gym into a chapel and auditorium. I'd also like to thank Maggie for being here, one of our vice principals, James, one of our teachers, and Renee, who does everything in Roman Catholic. Thank you. Diane, if you would like, I can start a prayer. I'm going to go from there.
That would be great.
Okay. All right, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Reflect on the words of C.S. Lewis. It takes courage to live through suffering. It takes honesty to observe it. Why love if losing hurts so much? I have no answers anymore, only the life that I have lived. Twice in that life, I've been given the choice, as a boy and as a man. The boy chose safety, the man chooses suffering. The pain now is part of the happiness then. Lord, today as we gather, we place ourselves in the presence and reflect on your goodness and faithfulness. Through your passion and death, you have taught us in the midst of even the greatest sorrow, through your kindness and a power, a path can be made a new life. We thank you for the gift of your beloved daughter, Shemaine, and Diane's son, Scott, and their witness to the bitter beauty of this truth. May we be inspired by their example of perseverance and goodness in the midst of suffering. We place in your arms all those who suffer and grieve, that they might find peace and healing in your loving embrace. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your loving kindness and heart of sweet compassion. We thank you that in times of deep distress and suffering, you have gently brought other people alongside us, to walk with us through the different seasons of life, to comfort and encourage, to help and to advise. Thank you all for those whom you have used to draw near to us, to be your hands to help, your arms to support, and your heart to love. Thank you that you never forsake us nor leave us comfortless. May your will be done in us and all people. Amen.
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 Together we pray that Jesus taught us, Our Father,
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, Roman Catholic family. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my family. Thank you, my husband. I'm going to have Kate take over now. Yes. Kate Riccardi is a dear friend of almost 13 years, as long as we've had Taj. We have Taj's first coach here. Can you hear me?
No, probably.
Oh, okay. And when Taj first came to us, we found a preschool, and then we took him to Fairmount Association, the park. Fairmount, what's the name of the park? Von Collin Field. That's where we thank you. And Taj's first coach was Coach Michelle. She was his very first coach. And so Kate was always there to take pictures. And she made several of Taj's baseball books that he has in his room and he still looks at from time to time. And she does our Christmas, and she's a friend. And so, thank you, Kate.
So I'm Kate Riccardi, and I met Diane 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when Taj had just arrived. And, we were playing Fairmount baseball. They were little T-ballers, and I had the giant camera and offered to take pictures of Taj at the All-Star game. And immediately, I felt like I was drawn to DJ. I was like, I need to be friends with this person. And she heard Diane's energy and makes you just want to be around her. And she is, as I wrote in the book, literally the strongest person I know, the kindest and most vibrant person. And we became friends. I was a photographer, then DJ was my trainer, and we were fellow sports parents, but I never really knew until I read the book, everything that DJ had gone through, Diane. And all of those things in the book that made her really was inspiring to me. And so to my accolades, I'll add that I feel that DJ is one of the bravest people I know. And Taj is really the evidence of that success and overcoming all of the tragedies and just carrying on. And this book really, I think, is a message to people that you can go through hardships and just complete and utter heartbreak and tragedy, but that there's hope and that you can carry on. And Diane wrote this book to give that message to people. It's one, to tell her story, but also, I think in mind, she had that she wants to help people with this message. And, that's her. And so it is my greatest honor to introduce my friend and all-around extraordinary person, Diane.
I'm going to bring up Linda Orfanelli, who is going to talk with us. And then before we do the signing, Ron and I will give a poem. But I wanted to thank everybody again for being here. Lisa Willits, where are you? Can you? Okay, I had a mic. I'm sorry.
It's.
Oh, am I okay? Oh, just a little nervous.
Maybe we can move the table up a little bit and then.
I'll use this. Okay.
That's your way.
That's my water. Yes, thank you. I'll probably sit it down here because maybe he doesn't want it on the table. I can speak louder. I don't know why my voice was. Sometimes it just kind of goes down, and this is.
A teenager, I'm sure you could speak that.
Oh, get over here. Get ready to go. You're late. All right, this is much better, much better. But again, I continue to give my heartfelt thanks to everyone being here. Linda Orfanelli and her daughter Kara have been neighbors. We were neighbors at City View Condominium. And we met, I don't know, Ronnie and I have been at City View for 20 years plus, and Linda's been there a goodly number of years as well. And oftentimes you meet people just, in the lobby, and you don't become friends with everybody, but certain people you do. Kara, her daughter, was so wonderful in helping us with Taj, oftentimes driving in places, oftentimes maybe doing some tutoring, just overall being with us. And we thank them from the bottom of our hearts, and just know that it takes a village. And what we have gone through, we didn't know how it was going to begin to start to parent again, because we were empty nesters, and we bought this lovely condo with this incredible view, and Ronnie had always wanted a red couch. We had the red couch in my office, and then there was a tragedy. And what do? You pick up those pieces and you go forth and you say, this is what we're going to do. And all of you have been a part of that village that we have traveled, and we still travel. And so I introduce you to my good neighbor, wonderful neighbor, Linda Orfanelli, her daughter Kara, and you can take over. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here. So, as DJ said, we're neighbors at City View. Ron and DJ were there before I moved in. But I have to tell you that Ron and DJ are very friendly, welcoming people. And so they're probably among two of the first people that I met when I moved in. They're positive people, they're optimistic people, they're friendly people. And I hope you can hear me now. I understand I didn't have the microphone close enough. Okay, so in our travels, we meet many people, and some people stand out, and Ron and DJ are those people. And not too long after I got there, I retired, and DJ is also into health and fitness, as is Ron. And she is a trainer at our building, and I started training with her. And when you train with DJ, it's not just the physical, it's also the emotional and mental, because she has a way about her to bring you out. And when you have your session with her, you leave the session feeling uplifted in many cases, and many of your questions or things that were on your mind are answered. She's a very dynamic, giving, understanding person, and that comes through in this book. So I have some questions that I'm going to pose for her about the book, the process, etc., and then I want her to read a little portion, and then you may have some questions as well. So I'd like to start a little bit, Diane, DJ, with the process. Like, what stimulated you? What was it? Why did you decide to write a book?
Well, I decided to write a book because of the fact that losing my mother at such a young age was very difficult for me, truly. She was only 52 years old, and then she had breast cancer. And back in the day, they didn't have the treatment for breast cancer as has moved forward to this time. And I started journaling when my mother passed away. And I had many, many, many journals. 2014, I picked up one of my journals, and I remember writing in the journal that I was going to write a book. And it's 2022. And having lost Scotty first, as you will read about, to an accidental drowning, and then my daughter, I really wanted to share my story, and in hopes that if there's nothing else, that I will be able to help someone else in some way.
So now, once you decided to write the book, what was your process? Did you type it? Did you handwrite it? Did you have a system? I mean, how did you do it?
Someone sent me an article from the New York Times about writers. And I'm a writer that I have to write by hand first. I absolutely have to take a legal pad and start writing by hand. And when I decided, I think what happened is, again, living in a condominium, you meet different people. And there was this lady that was in the lobby one morning, and she said, "Oh, I think I've seen you." And I said, "Oh, I think I've seen you." And it turns out she's from Boulder, Colorado, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. So that immediately struck a spark. You know, we kind of got to know each other. One conversation led to another, and she said, "You know, I'm thinking about starting a writing group." And I thought, a writing group? I'm in, okay. She said, "Well, I need 5 or 6 people, and we'll meet here in the building, we'll meet in the Hamilton room, and we'll start." Well, along comes COVID. There was no meeting together in the Hamilton room. But we decided to do it on Zoom, and I had started writing already, and then I thought, how am I going to share this story with strangers, with people that I didn't know? Because you were to write a piece, give it to someone else, and someone else would read it. And I was a mess, the first piece that I shared. But these 4 women were remarkable and so encouraging and so helpful to me. I would write, usually I work part-time, so my writing would be, I would like to write before Taj would come home from school. And I would write for maybe an hour. Sometimes I would write in the evening. Oftentimes I would wake up Ron in the middle of the night with a thought, and he would go, "Okay." Or I'd wake up, poor guy, you know, the cover.
TMI.
Okay. The cover of the book, I was thinking about it was going to be one cover, and then I decided it was going to be another. But he was so also encouraging to me. Just keep writing and don't quit. We'll give you that little poem.
So I know you have a busy schedule. I know you get up early in the morning to exercise, and you said you wrote before Taj. But when you were writing this, did you think you were going to publish it, or were you writing it for yourself?
I was writing for myself, especially when you journal. You write a lot. I would write down a few words here and there, and I'd put it away and not read it back, and then I'd go back and read what I'd written in my journal. I never thought, and I'm still a little in awe of this, or it's kind of, I'm in disbelief that this has really happened, and I'm so grateful that it has. I didn't think that I would ever get it published. I really didn't. I have a walking partner, actually the woman that wrote the foreword for the book, who is a neighbor in our building. And she taught at Wharton and at Penn. And one morning we were walking, and she said, "Well, what are you going to do about getting it published?" I was like, "I don't know." She said, "You know, there was a woman that worked for me that her son had an illness, 7 years old, and she wrote a book about it and someone published it. I'll put it at your door. Take a look at it. You might want to give her a call. Just, you know. So she left the book at my door. I looked at the book. I read it. I looked at the publisher's name, and there was a number there. And this is several months back, many months back. One morning, I decided that I would just give a call. Knowing she wouldn't answer, it would be, you know, I'd leave a message. She picked up the phone, and I went, what do I say now? And after several conversations, she asked me to send her a chapter, send her a title page, and it went on from there. And here we are.
So during the time you were writing the book, were there certain parts that you had difficulty expressing? And how did you overcome them?
Losing children is completely out of order. Scotty drowned. And Shemaine has serious asthma, and yet she mixed it with cocaine, and it stopped her heart. So writing some of those things, it would give me pause, and then I'd go back and carry on.
Also, in terms of what took place or what transpired, you became a new parent at an older age. I know that you and Ron were very socially active. You had a lot of friends, you did a lot of things, and suddenly you have a young boy coming into your life. How did you handle that change in your life?
It was different, and it wasn't easy in the beginning, but we knew how much we loved this child. I cut his umbilical cord. I don't want to give you the whole book, but he and I have a bond. And when he was born, I was there with his mother during his birth. And the nurse turned to me and she said, "Would you like to cut his umbilical cord?" And I said, "Well, yes." Okay. She gave me scissors and my hands were like this. And I cut it and blood was spurting everywhere, but I got through it. And she wrapped him up. I held him first. And then I placed him in his mother's arms. And that has brought a closeness to us. So when his mother passed away, how do you not take this child? You know, I've had people ask me, well, I don't know if I could do that. Ron was right there and said, well, of course we take Taj. I mean, he's always was throwing the baseball or the football or the basketball to Taj before he could even crawl. He would roll on the floor with him and they would play ball together. And so there was not a question about taking this child. Yes, it changed our life. It was, but look at the families that I've met through having him. And you all have been so supportive to us.
Okay, DJ, I have two more questions, and then I'd like you to read a passage, and then if you all have any questions, we'll entertain questions. So, in the process of writing this, did you learn anything about yourself?
Actually, my friends, I learned that I love to write. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed writing until I started doing this. And I actually, the job that I worked for, the children's organization, I wrote the foreword for the book that was just came out a week or so ago. There's something that's very inspiring and invigorating and cathartic about writing. Just, I didn't know how much I enjoyed writing until I got into feeling that I wanted to write this book, but I had kept the journals for so many years. And so I felt that it gives me extra strength. It's a spiritual feeling. Ron and I are very spiritual people. I mean, we don't carry it on our sleeves, but we do believe. and Roman has been such a great family. We say a prayer with Taj every morning, a little prayer just before he goes to school for the day. And so that's how it began.
And my last question is, what's your next book?
Actually, I do plan to write a book, another book. I don't know. I'm playing with some different names. They're kind of related. I have not put pen to paper because I can't even get. I'm still working with this, and I'm excited and nervous, and I want to have this book live on and help others. But I do plan to write another book, and I'm excited to do it.
Okay.
Kara, I need my glasses. They're in my just bring my bag. Just bring it.
When you read, can I make a statement?
Sure.
Hi. So I have been.
Take the mic.
Sorry, I thought I was really loud as a person. Yeah. So when I met Ron and DJ, I was teeny tiny. And over the years, I got really close with DJ, who I often call my other mother. And you sort of, they're so friendly and they're so vibrant and she's so wonderful. And I knew that she had lost children. And I knew that she had taken Taj in. And I encourage people who feel like they know the story to still read the book, because I had no idea how strong she was. I had no idea what she truly had been through. I knew his story, and I knew them personally, and I knew her personally. I had heard pieces of the story, and had no idea the strength that this woman has. And it is truly amazing, and it's truly amazing what Ron and DJ have done for Taj and the young man that they have raised from the young man that came to them, who obviously was hurting, who obviously had gone through something, who was not just, instant perfect child. And when you look at him today, you wouldn't know that. They are just loving, supportive, strong people who have been through crazy things, and you'd never know it. They are wonderful.
Thank you, Kara. Love you much. Okay, I'm going to read just a little something to you that you'll see in the book. Glasses.
Not without her glasses.
What have I learned walking this journey? I've learned to reach out on the long arm of faith and ask God to order my steps daily. I've learned to appreciate life along with each day. I've learned to love deeper. Being married to Ron is a blessing and a gift. Loving a man so willing to walk this journey with me, for better or for worse. Because he is so terribly humble, one would never know he's in 3 halls of fame: high school, college, Virginia State, and the Central Collegiate Athletic Association, CIAA. What a role model to me, his family, and the world. He is the most loving, honest, ethical, respectable, brilliant, compassionate grandbear, father, and husband that could ever exist. Ron never stops giving, never stops encouraging, and never stops saying, "Don't quit." A victory. And in the darkness, there's always light. Seeing Taj thriving and growing into a dynamic young man, playing sports and knowing he will be a future leader of his community fills my heart. His mother, Shemaine, is smiling upon him and very proud. We often talk about what a great and gifted mom she was, although she just couldn't say no. No to the monster, no to friends that really weren't friends. Such a painful loss. But from that loss comes hope. Hope that we can save someone walking that thin line of depression, an unspoken silence. Hope to let that someone know we're there for them. We care and we love them. Talk to your kids. Ask them about their friends, their feelings, and school. Young people don't always want to talk, but always try to keep that door of communications open. Barack Obama said, yes, we can. I believe we can overcome addiction. Yes, we can become stronger, surrounding ourselves with positive people, young or old, is crucial. I'll leave it there.
Are there any questions for the author? We covered everything. Mr. Davis.
Are you going to have a book about your handsome and wonderful husband?
Of course, darling. That's my third book.
Well then,
I think you and I are going to give that poem that you often do at the end. Would you come up, Ronnie?
yeah, come on up, Ron, and we want to hear that.
Before we,
Wait. And I'll leave you too.
Thank you so
you want
much.
to come back here with
Oh,
me?
you want me to sit? First of all, let me give honor to God and everything He's done for me and Diane. And I don't know if it's time yet to tell my little story, but I'm going to do it quick. One of the strengths that I have and that Diane has and our family has is a mother who's probably lying in eternal rest about 15 to 20 miles from here, in Winona, New Jersey. And she raised us on great principles. And one, she was one of those people who didn't give up, even to her death, on her deathbed. And she inspired all of us, and my family and others just got an amazing strength from her. She would go to funerals and inspire people with the poems. And one of those poems we learned really helps people think about the tragic victory and how to overcome pain. Because Diane's book could be about picking up the broken pieces also. How do we pick up those broken pieces? Whatever they are in life. And one of the poems that she would recite, she would go, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will,
when the road you're traveling seems all uphill, when funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile but you just sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit.
Life is filled with twists and turns, and those of us sometimes learn that many a problem turns about
when we might have won had we stuck it out.
Don't give up the fight, though
the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of doubt.
And you never know how
close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick with the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse, you must not quit.
Thank you.
Tell some more of the story, though.
Yeah. I am just humbled to be the husband of this wonderful woman. And I'm going to tell you a story that some of them may not be in the book.
That's a little scary.
First story is how we met, and it was
it's in the book.
She was my competitor one time, and she was in San Francisco, and I was in Oakland, and we were fierce competitors. So we go to these conferences, wherever they are, in the U.S., trying to get business. And as part of that conference, there is usually a breakout session, either a local pub or a local happening place. And in Atlanta, there was a place called Mr. B's. And it was owned by, I don't know if everybody remembers Dominic Wilkins. And I know, Greg, you know Mr. Beasley. But they had a breakout, and everybody had badges on, you know, walking around with badges and kind of a nightclub atmosphere. So I knew that the organizer who was organizing the night, and I was standing by the kind of dance floor, and the organizer came and hunched me on the side and said, "She's in trouble, go get her." I said, "Who?" "She's in trouble, she's right next to me." So there was Diane crying, some guy was saying things to her. And so I went over gallantly, put my arm around her, and said, "She's with me." And the guy backed off. Well, I didn't know her, and I said, "Well, I tell you what, let me teach you the leopard slide." So I'm in the middle of it, and she's crying. I said, "How sensitive a woman is this that can come in a place like this and not have that hard shell that a lot of people have to that kind of moment?" And I said, wow, it would be just fantastic to know her, get to know her, whatever. But she went on, and she was in San Francisco, I was in Richmond. And after a time, we corresponded a little bit. And we corresponded, you know, probably over a year. And the next time I saw her with 400 people in a room at the French Embassy. The French Embassy, sounds pretty good, huh? And we were the only two people for each other in the room. And I would go like this, and she would go like that, because I had, you know, I just fallen in love with her, even though I didn't know it at the time, because I hadn't seen her. And that night, I remember we were walking back to the hotel, and there was a Nat King Cole song, "Unforgettable, that's what you are, unforgettable." And so she was unforgettable, but what that experience taught me at that point, my favorite song was Nat King Cole, Nature Boy. There was a boy, a very young, enchanted boy, a boy who wandered very far, over land and sea. A little shy and sad alive, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way. And though he taught the men things, fools and kings, this is what he said to me: "The greatest gift you'll ever learn is just to love and to be loved in return. Just to love and be loved in return." That was what Diane has given our family. During that journey, I actually got a job in Oakland. We got married in the wine country, but a theme came from music that really defined what we were all about. If anybody remembers Stevie Wonder's songs in the Key of Life? And I just, you know, again, she exemplifies everything. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? And then, you know, there are other beautiful songs by him. My Sherry Amor, pretty as a summer's day. My Sherry Amor, distant as the Milky Way. My Sherry Amor, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only girl my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. So Stevie Wonder had that connection for us. But it was Bill Withers. Bill Withers, anybody who, if you Google Bill Withers, and Bill Withers, his songs back in the 70s. Bill Withers' story is one that's unique. He came from Slab Fork, West Virginia, and he went into the Air Force for 17 years, and he worked on, after he got out of the Air Force, planes, and he sang a little bit on the side. But he would kind of construct things and then sing while he's, and one of those songs was Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I've got darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. And that was one of them that is memorable for me. But the greatest one that I think defines me, and hopefully defines each one of you, because each one of you is part of our family. Whether you know it or not, we claim you. We claim you. But you can lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Say it. No, it won't be long. You're going to need somebody to lean on. Come on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Well, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll be appearing. I have a nation over there to the side. No, you truly are precious to us. You truly have value, each one of you, to us. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being part of the beating of our heart. And I know we have a doctor or two in the audience, but guess what? There are 86,400 seconds each day. Isn't that incredible? 86,400 seconds each day. And each one of those heartbeats is for you, for each one of you. And we cherish those heartbeats, and we share this moment with you. We've all come together in this room for a special reason. This book, Tragic Victory, it's taken Diane a while. And what she didn't say, and some of it's raw and some of it's not there, is that we buried our son without a body. To do that to the next level. And so this is truly bearing your soul to people you don't know. So I hope this gift that she has given you will give you ideas. And a friend of mine who was an addict, he's on his journey in battle, and I asked him, I said, and he's turning around, he's in insurance, community, and all the other things. He said, I said to him, I said, what made you survive when, there's tragic victories all over this? What made you survive? He said something magical. I'll never forget. He said, one person didn't give up on me. One. He said, one person did not give up on me. They stayed with me. They were part of that mission, that vision. So you have one person in your life who can change, and you can help change their life. Stick with them. Reach out to them. Don't leave them isolated. So that's a great metaphor for life for all of us. Like one person. So I don't know, unless you want to wrap up with some other comments.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. I love you. And when he gets up in the morning and he's singing, I know it's going to be a good day. If he's not singing, I'm going, what's wrong? Some little tune, some little something, he said, he'll go, I know it's going to be great or it's going to be a little different, but basically it's good. I want to share with you just a touch about the name of this book, Tragic Victory. It came to me so many years ago when I was writing in a journal many years, I decided I was going to write a book, never thinking it might get published. But I had had tragedies. But along with tragedies come victories. And so I love going to bookstores, and I love just going up and down the aisles and looking at the names of books, but I wanted a name that would attract the reader. And I felt that tragic victory with my story would attract the reader. So again, as I humbly sit here before you, thank you. Each one of you means so much to me and to Ronnie and to Taj. But being here, you just have no idea the support you've given us over these years with Taj. And our boys that are here, that you're with me, our boys are juniors, and they're going to be seniors, and they're going to be off to college. But I want you to know you'll always be with us. You'll always be a part of our family. Thank you. I just want to say one more thing. Chrissy's mother-in-law and father-in-law are special people. You're all special, but they're just, you take us in such a way that we know your family. Thanksgiving and Christmas and my family and everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to sign your books now. Was it okay? I love you. I didn't know what I was doing, Kate.
Don't say that. Don't ever.
Okay.
Good deal. How do I purchase? I need to purchase.
It's only $15. Give it to Kara. And I'm going to sign it now.
Thank you so much.
Greg. And your wife?
Claudia.
Claudia.
Yes. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Give your wife a hug.
I will.
I'm signing to you.
Julia.
Julia?
Yes. Thank you. Fantastic. Awesome.
Was it good?
I said, awesome, fantastic.
I get so emotional when I talk about this.
No, it's beautiful. Stephen told me, he said, oh, I was just reading it, and it's so good.
I'll sign yours to you.
You know. Very good program. You might have let Ronnie sing a little bit too much, but no.
You sound like Missy.
He could be the only one that can sing in the whole family. I'm listening to him. He actually can sing. I like to sing, but I'm not a singer.
You've got a great voice, Susie.
I know, I just like it, you know, and they used me a couple of times, you know, because they needed me. They needed people. Thank you. And I love the title, because it's true. You know, through tragedy, there's victory.
Well, they're smiling on you, Sister Diane.
Oh.
Smiling. Looking forward to reading the book.
Yeah, and Stefan said he really was enjoying it. So I can't wait to read it. Love you.
Love you too. Love you both.
Thank you so much. Could you write a dedication to the students of Roman Catholic High School?
In this.
Yeah, my question was, what message would you give to the young boy? Let's say the students were sitting here, Taj's classmates and schoolmates.
I would ask them to respect each other.
It's phenomenal.
I would ask them to care about each other. I know that kids like to
Sure.
play pranks or whatever,
work on
but
each
I would
other,
ask
yeah.
them to really be there for each other.
Okay.
That's what I would ask them to do. I would ask them to respect their parents and to care and to love. It's about loving.
I would like to bring that, with your permission, I'd like to bring that message back
If you
to
would.
the teachers
I would
and
love
to the
that.
students.
And take this, I'm going to sign this to you, and then you can take it to, or would you, how do you want me to sign your book?
If you could, if possible, to the students of Roman Catholic High
Absolutely.
School. And then I can be an emissary to respect one another and care for one another and be there for one another and to respect their parents and to love.
The most important thing in this life is to love. With love, you can get through anything.
Well, you guys are beautiful examples, you and your husband. Very inspirational. And I'm just thinking it would be really nice if all the students got to see you guys.
Oh, we would love
so
it, but
if
it means so much.
If you can make it to the school and introduce
You just let us
yourselves,
know. We would love to.
That would be lovely.
Because this is a gift that we want to give to others.
Mhm.
And sometimes students are struggling.
They are.
And they don't talk about
They
it.
are, especially boys.
Especially boys.
Really, when you
Especially
talk about the shell, like your
Exactly.
husband talked about that shell, boys have to have that. To
And they need to
survive.
hear this message.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I would be happy to, and so would my husband.
That'd be wonderful. I'm going to pass this along to all the teachers and the principals. Would it be possible to make a donation on behalf of the school?
For us to make
Yes.
it, sure.
Yeah. How would I go about doing that? I don't
For us to
know.
make, you may, for us to make a donation to
No,
Roma?
no, for us to make a donation for the book.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Miss
Oh, my-
Renee, do you know Miss Renee?
Yes.
What if I talk to Miss Renee and we
Yes.
figure something out?
Thank
Okay.
you so
Oh,
much.
no, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming. I'm John.
And please, if you want us to come to the school at some point, before school is out or in the fall, just, Miss Renee knows how to.
Taj is a rising senior.
Taj will be a rising
So we
senior.
got,
Yes, he would
God
love it.
willing, we have some time.
That would be great.
Pleasure. Thanks kindly. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mark, you don't have your book, babe? Let me just sign, and I'll give it to her.
Yes.
DJ, would you sign a book for me?
It's at home.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh,
They have two books, I
yeah,
believe.
2 books. Go ahead. 2 books. Bring them over. Yeah, get the, if you would. Hey, Kate.
So you have to ask Mom first what she wants. She doesn't want.
I would like to have this given or dedicated to Dr. Monique or Dr. Mo.
All right, I've already put your name inside.
Okay, it's okay.
And then
It's her birthday today.
Wendy
And Dr.
Wendy and
Dr. Mo.
Dr.
M.O. She's a psychologist.
M.O. I'm sorry.
Monique is her name.
M-O-N-I.
Not quite there, Mom. You have to finish your thought.
No, that's what we call her, Dr. Mo.
Okay, just help me with the spelling. I don't want to.
Mom, you come over here.
It's M.O.
That's her name. Her name's Monique, but it's abbreviated Mo.
Just
M-O.
O-M-O. Okay, all right. Okay, great. And Dr. Mo.
Right. She
Okay.
teaches at Howard University. She's a psychologist. Today is her 34th birthday.
Shall I say happy birthday, or I just said best wishes?
Yes. Happy birthday would be wonderful. Thank you. I said we got 5 songs out of him today.
He loves to sing,
I
as
know-
you guys
believe me,
know.
I know. We used to sing on campus like that. I started to come in with harmony. I said, keep your mouth closed. Somebody wouldn't have appreciated it. Thank you, Diane.
I thought I was engaged.
Okay.
And give Taj my love.
Now, Angelique, I love your name, but it's A-H.
Well, hold on. Yes.
All right, I'm going to have you spell it for me.
A-H-N-G-E-L-I-Q-U-E.
And this is going to be the, book launch / his cover, his album.
Yes. Did you Uber, Kate, or did you drive? Okay. So you're
That's
going
why I
to
was late, because I couldn't find the keys to the other car.
be. Oh, God.
And Mike has to drive Gabe to.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Blessings. A pound for you.
Love
Smooches,
you.
give
Love
Taj
you.
a kiss.
I will.
We're going to go. Susan's going to take it.
Okay. Come and talk to me. Was it okay?
Questions? Very good.
Take care.
See, we needed
We
talent.
might have to sign you. We have a talent agency. We started in athletics, but we might have to open one for our first
I was
year.
just telling them.
Yeah.
At Parks, I give away all the money. You know, I
Okay.
gave away $15 million to groups.
Wait,
No,
where are we for
you
that?
got $10,000 here.
Oh,
that I gave
no, I
you.
mean us personally.
Yeah. Oh no. No.
personally.
But I'm at this event, and my assistant says to the whole audience of 10,000 people, "Man, can sing."
Yes.
And the Delphonics, if you know the Delphonics, they're behind me, warming up. And I said, they were singing "Happy Birthday" before, and I was like, "Happy birthday," because I gave them the 10,000.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my head flipped away. As we stroll along together.
Yeah, we're going to sign you in our entertainment section. We're going to sign you in our entertainment section. We
Miss
just
Renee.
signed so far like athletics, but we're going to sign you.
Who was the teacher that was here? He wants
Mr.
us to-
Corrigan.
He wants us to come back and talk to the students.
Yeah.
We would
Would
love
you
to do
mind
it.
that?
Oh, we would love
Okay,
it.
awesome. Yeah, because he asked me.
Some boys
Showing her muscles
have,
too.
He asked me if you would mind like talking to them, and I said no, absolutely not. He's like, I said just go up and talk to her. I'm sure she would not mind at all. So.
and he wants to make a donation for the book. I don't know how we do that, but
Okay.
that would be so helpful.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
You
absolutely.
can talk to him about
yeah.
it.
I have to tell you about, and I am too shy to talk in front of all these people, but you probably don't even know this, but in school, like Taj calls me mom lately, and a lot of the boys do, but after reading the book, I feel like so honored, and it like gives me chills that he even says that. And I love you guys so much that he even thinks of me that way. Oh, he's
He
the
loves
best.
you.
I love him. I love all of you.
They do such a wonderful.
You are amazing. All of you are.
I'm so grateful you're here.
Are these for sale? Like, can I buy one for Meg?
Yes, just for $15.
Okay.
And just give the money to Kara.
Okay.
She's taking care of it.
Okay.
And then you don't have to deal with shipping and
Yeah.
ordering and all that other kind of stuff.
All right, cool. So get yours. This is for her.
Okay.
I'll take pictures. And I'll take care of it.
Okay, now Miss Canavan, I want you to spell your.
It's CANAVAN. Thank you. You really, you have one of a kind with Taj. Thank you for bringing him to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to do one book for us and one book for Chrissy's mom. Sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for being here. I love you so
You're
much.
making me cry. I sat up there crying the whole time.
You mean so much
I know
to
I'm not going to be able to read it without 2 Kleenexes, one for each hand.
Can I sign it to Mimi?
Absolutely. Mimi and Jude.
Okay.
Absolutely. And Chrissy's mom is Marie McBennett.
Okay.
Maybe ask Chrissy how she wants it. How do you want it to your mom?
Oh, Marie.
Just to Marie?
Just to Marie?
Yes. Oh, DJ, I can't wait to give this to her.
Love you.
I love you. You've always made me see things in different ways.
You guys don't know how much you mean to me.
We do, because you mean that much to us. Yes, we do.
Chrissy, did you get 1 or 2?
One.
And then this one.
And this one's for my mom. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you have yours. Okay.
I have mine right here.
DJ, Chris always tells the story about how that first fall with Fairmount Soccer.
Yes.
That when they were picking teams, you just took Matt and Ike and Taj, and we're like, these 3 are going to be on a team together.
Wait.
And Chris was like, who is this woman just saying how
I
it's
have to
going to
show
go?
Didn't they did they put Taj, he came in the middle of the season, right?
Remember
I
that?
love that picture. Oh.
So now, this is yours.
Yes.
All right.
Did they put him on the All-Star team too? Because, you know, just to keep him, because he came in the middle of the season, right?
Right.
This was also
But he.
It's very competitive.
It is. They have that new fancy field on the islands now.
I know. I drove by and I was like, oh my God, look at all those little tiny kids.
I never
Like-
thought I'd be back.
I mean, they always.
There are.
I'll never. Can you Photoshop me into a better position?
I do love it.
But that's. So wait.
He's a pro.
I take one at a time. Do one at a time.
I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to smile that much.
Oh, yes,
Anyway.
Love you.
Love you too. This was wonderful. I can't wait to send this to my mom.
Oh, I'm so excited. Where's the other box of books? Because I know they're someplace. Kate, what do we do with the other books? Oh, great, great, great. Perfect. Okay. So who's next? Oh my God. Of course. course.
How's your hand feeling?
I'm going to go to a hand doctor. It's still swollen.
I had a nice conversation with Ron about my middle finger. Because he has the same problem.
Yeah. Have you ever had a
I
shot?
have a doctor who takes the needle out of his pocket. But I think I might be getting there.
DJ, I'll get two because I'll do one for the kids. So you can do one for Ike and then I'll do one for Minnie.
Okay. I'm so nervous that your husband's name.
Charlie. You're good. You have so much going on.
We always thought your kids had like the most rockin' name.
I know you always loved that. Like it's so funny because like every time they go like
Mike is like that is a great name. I also like Charlie.
Charlie's just family. Like and he's like. Don't you feel like your kids were meant to have those names? Like they fit that personality.
You know when we like Mike and I sort of fought over names. We had a whole long list of girls' names and a very short list of boys' names.
And then there you go, 1, 2, 3.
Well, you didn't. My 3 sons.
Yes, by the
There's
time
no
we
girls.
got to, here, go like do the crouchy down.
Do the crouchy thing again.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You can tell the other. Oh wait. Not you. It's the flash. It's like I'm too close. I'm so close. And all that water is making like steam.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for being here.
No.
Thank you so
Of
much.
course. You've been telling me. I remember you telling me this about in December, and I was like, I cannot wait. Like, this is so exciting.
I can't believe I did it.
I know. I know.
I can't believe I did it.
I mean, everything about it, like writing it, and then.
Have you read it yet?
No, I can't wait.
I could. You were right. Said I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like start reading this, and then like next thing you know, I'm like flipping all the pages. I'm like, it was like 1 a.m. I'm still reading. I had like the paper, like the.
I gave her one of the
early drafts.
Early drafts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, you guys get your own dinner.
Yeah. No, it was like after dinner. I was like, yeah, I just have a couple minutes. I'm gonna start this. And then so it was like sitting on the table, and then I was like, oh my god, I can't stop reading.
So can I get this one for Sophia,
Oh.
Ike, and Charlie, and then I'll let them read that.
So we would have, if we had
Spell Sophia's name for me.
She's Sophia. Ike is Ike, and then Charlie's Ley.
Char.
Ley. My there's an older one. Yeah.
we used to, if we had a girl, we would have named her Charlotte after my grandmother.
Yes.
And then called her Charlie for short.
I know.
I had like
family
so
that
many like girl names with like cute nicknames. We were like Miriam and
Thank you.
That's why you get cats.
Yeah, just $15. That's it.
Okay, so we have
No,
like,
no
this
tax.
kind of kittens, and we named them after
This is
whatever
from Kara.
cave is in.
Oh,
So we're like, oh, those were the.
I don't have Venmo.
The blonde cats. Those.
So
were
don't
the
worry about it. I
Shakespeare,
mean-
like we have like a whole bunch of Shakespeare shows. All the
But ask Nick to come over because he wants to get a book. Do you? You don't have your.